Today we're opening an entire case, which is 12 booster boxes of Quarter Century Stampede. What's up, Breaker Army? I'm CardBreaker. Welcome back to another epic video. For the first time, we're actually cracking an entire case in a video versus a live stream. So I'm really excited to see how this case goes. Kind of a first-time experiment. See how quick we can kind of open a case, have some fun with it. But of course, this is Quarter Century Stampede, this set that has a ton of alternate artworks and QCR exclusives, platinums rares, collectors rares, ultimate rares, every rarity pretty much that you can imagine. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. I've got all of our packs already laid out in front of us, this massive mountain of gold. It looks so fun, so nice. We're gonna be here for a while, guys, so grab some popcorn. I'm gonna guess this video is gonna be close to an hour, maybe, hopefully a little bit less. We're gonna try and make it under an hour if we can. We're gonna have some fun along the way regardless. You know, this is gonna be fun. This is Stampede, so let's get going. Now, before we do get into our mountain of Stampede packs, of course, I do have a giveaway. We've got a Platinum Secret Rare Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis, Dimension Wall, and a Collector's Rare of Guiding Quem that we're gonna give away to one lucky winner and for a chance to win. Make sure you leave a like on today's video, make sure you're a subscriber, and make sure you guys ring that bell. And if you had to pick one singular card as your favorite from this set, what would it be? It can be any of the new alternate arts, a classic nostalgia card, could be a modern reprint. What could it be? You know, let me know down below, guys. So here we go. Let's set the timer and see how quick we can get through this case, but we're gonna have some fun along the way as well. Maybe pull some of those big alternate artworks. Now, this wouldn't be a special opening without giving a special shout out, of course, to our good friend K-Dragon for allowing us to open this entire case for him. Let's not waste any more time, guys. We've got an entire case to get through in a singular video. So again, grab your popcorn, get some snacks, get a drink, because we're gonna have some fun ripping through this. He's searching for every single Quarter Century rare from every set that has come out. So we've got a long ways to go before we try and call things done here today. Starting us off with a Harpy Channeler Platinum Secret Rare. But if we can tick off a lot of the big QCRs, the most expensive one in the set right now is the new DMG alternate artwork. So of course we're going to try and cross that one off for him. We got something here in the first pack. It is the Cyber Dragon Infinity, just a Platinum Secret Rare though. So, and then also Louis, the person we opened up the case for during a live stream, he's actually searching for all of the Platinum Secret Rare. So they've kind of worked out like a little fun trade between each other where they just help each other out. We've got a Shooting Quasar Dragon. So that way kind of everybody wins. And a E Pearly Noir. Wow, we're starting off with a lot of Platinums. Pretty much like in the first slot, last slot. We're also going to do a fun like mega pack, probably like a 50-pack mega pack of both the Nostalgia slot and then the regular slot for everything. I also need to make sure I put like most of the big stuff aside. I don't know if the Super Star Slayer, I think it might be $1, something like that. But any of the big ones, like of course the Ash Blossom, that's got to go set to the side. What's the other big one in this set? The Charmy. So any more Charmers are going to put her to the side, or whatever it is, some kind of jellyfish, I guess. We'll put that one to the side because it is pretty pricey. I'm actually surprised that the Bull Charmy is like $10 to $15 depending on the rarity. I think I just sold a secret rare for like 16 bucks. I think they're going for like 20, which is crazy. But it's a super popular playable card, so I can kind of understand why it's so expensive. And then, excuse me, of course, we've got the Ash Blossom Beat Picks one. That's, of course, just ever popular. It's the alternate artwork. Dragon Maid Tidying Platinum Rares. I can't remember off the top of my head what Louis is missing. I think he has all or almost all of the Nostalgia slot QCR. So it's just like the modern ones. I know he needs a Live Twins. I don't think we pulled any of the Live Twin ones. Ooh, Cyber Dragon Core Collector's Rare. That one looked really nice. There's quite a few collectors and ultimates that I'm going to try and get from this set. Mostly in European print, just because I think those kind of look the best when you compare them. Maybe a QCR in this pack. What do we got? Ooh, we do. It is the Mermail Abyssland. So I think Louis actually did pull this one, but that is our first QCR of our case. We should see, what is it, roughly 6? I think it's 6 per case. Sometimes you get a little bit more. 6 times 12, that's what, 72 QCRs, I think, roughly. Is that math right? That we should be seeing from this entire case. And there's like, oh god, almost 300 QCRs. So there's a lot to be pulled, that's for sure, from this particular set. Terraforming, this is actually one of the cooler ultimate rares. Like, check this out. We're gonna take a minute to look at a couple of these as we're going along the way, just because I think they look so cool. And you know, I know K-Dragon, pretty much anything that's not a platinum that Louis needs, and anything that our friend Chio needs, and then obviously if it's a QCR, he's keeping it. Aside from that, then everything else will be up for sale. So if you guys see something, you know, let us know as we're going through this case, because he's got a bunch, that's for sure. No big pulls yet, but don't fret. You know, I've got a lot of stuff to go through, plenty of packs to rip through. Again, guys, this is an entire case, 12 booster boxes for those who don't know. Ooh, Artifact Sanctum QCR. That's a pretty cool one. I do like the traps as QCRs. I think they look pretty good. But, you know, with Stampede coming out, like, what is it? Like, I think on the same day, actually, they announced the Mega Tins. And so now Starlight Rares are going to be coming back. I mean, we already knew they were coming back, but Starlight Rares are going to be in the tins now, just like QCRs are in the tins. So I put out a video recently talking about that, and I was talking about how I'm really bummed that they're doing it that way, because that kind of opens up the door for them to print every single QCR now as a Starlight Rare, which, in my opinion, is the superior rarity. It looks so much better. We got a Phantom Knights Platinum Secret Rare. It looks a lot better. We got a Left Arm Offering, a Quarter Century Secret Rare. So we're going to keep our tally of everything set to the side of all the QCRs. But like I said, personally, I think Starlight Rares are the superior rarity. Ooh, Azure Eyes Silver Dragon QCR. That's a nice one. I don't think Louis pulled that one. I could be wrong. But I just think it's really bad for the hobby. Like, I really do. You know, don't get me wrong. I do like QCRs. I'm not completely bashing them. I just think Konami could have done something a bit different. I do love Starlight Rares. I wish they would have kept them as high rarity. I think now I think Konami needs to come out with a new high rarity. Keep Starlight Rares out there, keep them abundant, keep them nice and shiny, because people like the shiny cardboard, especially super blinged out like QCRs and Starlight Rares are. So it keeps things fun, but it doesn't give anything fun for the collectors to hold on to, you know? And so that's just where my mind's at. And, you know, obviously, like I said, I put out a video. Go watch if you guys haven't. It was maybe 2 or 3 uploads ago. This case opening might take a little while to open or to get uploaded, because it's going to be so long of a video. So it's going to take me some time to edit it down. Ooh, Elder Entity Norden. I am fairly certain he did not pull this one, Louis, that is, as a QCR. So I think that's a new one for you, my good friend K-Dragon. So yeah, you know, with all that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts on how the 25th anniversary is handled. Let me know. Oh, Skull Servant, baby. That is a big one. And I know that we did not pull that one before. This is so cool. I'm for sure going to have to get the Skull Servant, the Moki Moki, maybe the Pequeño Moth, you know, Petite Moth, basically, are for the Ruxins out there. So Skull Servant, that's a really cool one. I'm actually pretty hyped because I didn't get to see that one the first time. So we've seen the Platinum, but now we've seen the QCR. Maybe we'll see Moki Moki. One of the channel members actually hit the Moki Moki. I can't remember who it was, but somebody did hit it before. Layer the Sea Dragon. Overall, let me know your thoughts on Stampede as well. Obviously, we're going to be here for a while, so let's get a little discussions going down in the comment section as we're ripping through these packs. Buster Blader, one of the better, I think, Platinum Secret Rares. That one really fits that rarity very well. But, you know, let me know your thoughts on Stampede. Let me know, like, how many packs you're opening. Let me know what your big pulls have been. There's a lot to talk about for this set. The good, the bad, the ugly. What reprints we could have gotten. Crimson Dragon's actually a pretty big reprint. I think even as a QCR right now, I think it's still over 200 bucks, or maybe close to it. There is like talks that it could potentially be hit on the next ban list. Sage with Eyes of Blue. Oh, we got a pretty almost miscut Sage with Eyes of Blue as well. That's kind of cool. Crimson. Oh, I thought it was back-to-back Crimson Dragons. Like, wait a second. Kind of close. Crimson Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, all sort of in the same family, I guess you could say, because it's, you know, part of the 5Ds lineage. Got a Performa Pal, Gagaga Magician, a Vanquished Soul, Caesar Valius. I love this card, guys. This is one of my favorite ultis. I actually just got a collector's rare in as of today. I picked one up, a European version. I think it's just a very, very cool artwork. You know, I know it's a very playable card as well, so that's kind of got a lot going for it, where, you know, people are going to buy it to obviously play with their decks, but I'm just like, you know, I'm starting to appreciate some of those rarities out there. Like the original collector's rares, in a way, it's nice for me that a lot of stuff has been reprinted, and there was a collector's rare now as a prismatic collector's rare, because it makes the original collector's rares just kind of cheap. So there were some that I never thought that I'd be able to actually pick up that I've actually been able to grab now because they're so inexpensive. Red Eyes Black Dragon, my personal favorite artwork for Red Eyes, so that's always nice to see. What do we have? It is the Mementolin Bone Party. I don't remember we pulled that one before. That could be a new one. I don't think we even made it through a whole booster box yet. We've got a long ways to go before we get there. I wish these packs opened up easier. That's going to be a lot of our problem, a lot of our struggle right now. Got a Link into the Brains and a Sky Striker Ace Hayate. This is the new alternate art. Oh, that is awesome. I'm actually a big fan of the Sky Striker art, so this looks really nice. This one, I can't remember if both Ray and Rose have the alternate arts in this set, but that is really cool to see. So our first big QCR, and we've got the Dark Magician, the Battle of Chaos Bandai artwork Platinum Secret Rare. One of my personal favorites, that's for sure. Oh, I think Fiendsmiths are decent, so we'll put that one to the side. So any Fiendsmith engravers, any Ash Blossoms. If I may or may not miss some as we're going through, because I'm trying to sort as we're going through the case at the same time, so I might miss something. So sorry, K-Dragon, but I'm going to do my best. That way at least most everything will be sorted. I always try. Usually anytime I open up something for him, it's mostly always sorted. Max C, this is actually I think one of the most expensive Platinum Secret Rares at the moment. Up there with, I think Magia is like sitting at like 50 or 60 bucks right now, which is crazy, but it's super rare, super tough to pull, and you just don't see too many of them. I know I got, well, not me, but Chio. Chio got very lucky. This opening should upload before, or excuse me, after the openings for Chio. So yeah, he got pretty lucky. Another Fiendsmith, very nice Fiendsmith engraver. Trying to keep a good steady pace for this case opening. So that way you guys can go back if you haven't, if you just want some good Force Science type watches and openings that kind of see the typical case ratios, just so you guys can see like what's to be expected as far as like the typical QCR pull rates and things like that. Needleworm Platinum Secret Rare, haven't seen that yet as a QCR either. So none of the really like vintage one. We haven't seen Buster Blader. We have seen Moki Moki from the channel members. Ooh, Ash Blossom, very nice. I think that is actually our first one. We haven't seen, what did I just say? So Needleworm we need to see. We saw the Skull Servant. We haven't seen the Petite Moth yet, so that's one we got to check off. XX Saber Hyunlei. What else? What else from the nostalgia slots? Ring of Destruction. We haven't seen yet. What else is in this set? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. We haven't seen. Did we see any of the Egyptian gods as QCRs? Oh, we got a Asa the Earth Channeler immovable. So it's I think that's a unique QCR. We didn't pull that one before. What am I missing from that nostalgia slot? Royal Oppression. That's a big one. Dimension Wall. That would be a nice one to pull. Another Fiendsmith. We got a Fiendsmith engraver. The Royal Oppression. We've got Royal Decree. I think is also in this set. What else? I think we got another QCR. It is the Called by the Grave alternate art. Yes, so we're actually hitting some of the nice alternate arts. I haven't seen this one yet, so this is actually kind of cool. I wasn't the biggest fan of this one originally, but I will admit it's growing on me. I don't care so much for the live twins and the evil twins and stuff, but it's kind of funny to see them playing a game and then have the actual like party up there on the top. Like it's kind of goofy. It's gimmicky. Definitely not my cup of tea. It's not one that I'm going to try and go out and buy and collect and whatnot, but it's just, if I see it, I'll be like, oh, that's nice. I'll like it if somebody posts and shares a picture of it. Just because it is kind of goofy, it's kind of funny. Mystic Piper, I've seen so many of those, I feel like. Pretty popular card. Much needed reprint if I'm not mistaken. And, what I was getting to earlier, I don't know if I finished this train of thought. Oh, Evil Swarm Ophidian, or Ophion. Don't believe we've seen him yet, so I think that's a unique one. I'm glad we're actually seeing some non-dupes across the two cases we're opening right now. But didn't get to finish my thoughts. What do you wish made it into Stampede? Got another Ash Blossom. There's so many options out there. Like, I'm really annoyed that they actually printed Black Rose Dragon in here, because why would you give us just one Signer Dragon? Why not do them all? Like, I fully understand doing the alternate art, because they gave us the alt art in Maximum Gold I think it was El Dorado, which is the same one where we got Darkness Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon. This is the newest version of the artworks. This one came out in Quarter Century Pride, I think. There's our first secret rare of Ash Blossom. We pulled nothing but regular hollows so far, but like I was saying, what do you wish you would have seen? I think the big votes that I've seen so far are like Thousand Eyes Restrict. There's our first Slifer, first God card, and we've got the Chamber Dragon Maid. It's actually kind of funny, back to back. We got a collector's rare of the Chamber Dragon Maid, and then the QCR. I do think this is a unique one as well. So again, I'm kind of happy for the two of them. There's just not a lot of overlap, so that way K-Dragon can help Louis, Louis can help K-Dragon. They can both finish off, their once. I think Louis was only missing about 40 or so, maybe under 40 Platinum Secret Rares out of the total of like almost 200. So pretty big, or almost 300, I mean. But, what I was getting to, I keep pulling some good cards and I can't finish my train of thoughts. But I'd like to see like Thousand Eyes Restrict, Relinquished. What's some other really big ones? Like Flame Swordsman would have been really cool. And like, it's a Joey Wheeler card. Like, how can they not print that? That blew my mind when I like kind of realized, well, we got 4 cards in a pack, or 4 big hits in a pack. 4, I guess, luxury rarities, if you want to call them that. The collector's rares and the ultis are pretty cheap. You know, it's really weird how cheap those are, and you actually get less. Ooh, Grandmaster Hanzo, that's another unique one. That guy looks so cool. I'm actually a big fan of that artwork. I like the way that one shines, like in comparison to some of the others. I think we've made a dent into like maybe our second booster box. Probably coming up in the next little break, I might do a mega pack. That'd be kind of fun. So the goal for a mega pack is to do probably 2 of them. I'm going to do 1 mega pack where it's the first nostalgia slot, and then 1 mega pack where it's the last slot, the main set. So that way we have kind of two to do and see what we can pull. And then when we're done, we'll flip through the middle, because in the middle is where you can get like the collector's rares, the ulties. You know, I don't want to miss up a like Magia or Beansmith Engraver or Ash Blossom, any of the big ones, because obviously those are still money. Star Slayer, Typhon, Sky Crisis, that would be a good one to hit. I'm sure there's some other ones I'm missing too. Rebandit. You know, it's so funny, we still haven't seen a Live Twin Platinum. Any of those, Live Twin or Evil Twin. Those are just like non-existent pretty much. We got the Grapha Platinum Secret Rare. Superstar Slayer Typhon. I think the Ultras, the Supers, and the Secrets, I think those are all under $1 now, which is crazy. Shadal Fusion. Very nice. Is this... I don't think this is a new card. I know it's a nostalgia slot one, so it's not a new card. But that is a QCR. I know that one is unique. We haven't seen that one yet. I don't remember seeing too many of the Shadal actual archetype cards, so that's kind of cool. Next one, we got the Ice Hand and Fire Hands. I got them Hot Hands. Hopefully we see some good fire pulls in here. I want to see... I don't know if roughly 1 to 3 Magias is kind of the average for a case, where I think, Louis got 2, or 3, excuse me, in his case. 2 came from 1 booster box. You know, now that I think about it, I hope I'm not spoiling this, because I'm pretty sure this video is going to go up after the booster boxes for Chio, but we actually pulled 2 from 1 booster box of... Actually, no, was it? Because I did shuffle up the packs. I don't know if they both came from the same booster box. Got a Winged Dragon of Ross, those are second of the gods. And we got the Terraforming Platinum Secret Rare. I think I'm kind of just trying to, like, maybe I'm trying to think if those 2 pulls came from the same booster box. Now that I think about it, I think they were split. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going crazy. Oh ho ho! Alternate artwork of Cyber Dragon Infinity. I will take that one. I actually, I can't lie. I think I actually like the original artwork of Cyber Dragon Infinity a little bit more. That one is cool, don't get me wrong, but I think I like the original one a little bit more. It's still pretty nice though, don't get me wrong. Alright, come on, get out of this pack. That must mean there's something good in here when it's being stubborn and stuck inside. I want to damage the corners. Come on, DMG, please. Nope, Supreme King Zark. Z-Arc. DMG, are we gonna pull? So the big ones right now, I think, are like Maxi, Dark Magician Girl, the new alternate artwork. The Blue Eyes is up there. Ooh, Vanquished Soul, Dr. Madlove. Such a weird name, like such a weird card, but that is a unique one. So that is one that K-Dragon did not get when we were opening his stuff, or what Louis didn't get. So now that K-Dragon can actually get some unique stuff. So again, I can't remember exactly what Louis needed. I know it was the Live Twin stuff. I don't remember putting that down on any of his slots. Oh, we've got a Ash Blossom Secret Rare. I wonder where that one's going to settle at, because I remember like even the common for the longest time was $10 or something like that when it came out in a structure deck. Crazy for a common. That just goes to show you like how popular and powerful Ash Blossom is in the meta. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make like any sense to me. All right, we're coming up on when we're probably going to start doing, ooh, Night Beam. I do believe that is a unique one as well. So we're getting all the goodies right now. I will take that one. Keep it coming. I want to try and help them out the best I can. I'm always extremely appreciative anytime somebody lets me open up product for them. Just because, like, you guys trust me with your stuff. I get to open up some product, show you guys the pulls, and honestly, like, I've pulled better stuff for other people, like, most of the time, than I do myself. And so it's kind of like a big win-win all around. We got a Dark Magician. That's the, like, 8th artwork, or maybe I think that's the 8th artwork, technically. Or Ash Blossom is upside down. Stand back up with your feet as they're exposed. All right, let's see. Come on, Raid Raptor. I think we got a QCR here. 4 in 1 pack. No. Oh, Dragon Master Magia. There's our first one, and it's the Platinum. I know K-Dragon's going to be loving this one. I don't know if I'm assuming he's probably going to keep it. So we got our first Dragon Master Magia. That is a huge hit because it is obviously one of the best ones in the set. That's more expensive than, I think, 99% of the actual QCRs in the set as well. So Huge congrats, bro. I can't get enough of this card. It looks so nice. All right, we went ahead and ripped open 50 packs. I pulled out all of like the bulk stuff, and I separated out any of the prismatic ultis or collector's rares, and then obviously our first slot nostalgia card, and then the last slot for the main set. So this is gonna be a fun 50 pack mega pack, but I want to do a quick recap of the collectors and the ultis. Like nothing crazy that came from here. There's a couple decent ones, like I actually hit on Charmy and Fiendsmith Engraver, but I just want to show you guys like what we had. Black Rose at the end is kind of cool. The ulti Black Rose is kind of, you know, I can't lie, it's kind of neat. And then we did hit an Engraver, we got the Collector's Rare Engraver, we got 4 Engravers, 1 Charmy, and then 1 Charmy as the ulti. So it's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to start off. We've got a 50-pack mega pack for the nostalgia slot for Quarter Century Stampede. Let's go ahead and get through this and see what all we have. And starting us off with the halfway to forever Magispector, Dark Rebellion XYZ, Dark Magician Arcana, Power Tool Dragon. Let's see if we can get some big QCRs. Mathematician, Dark Magician Girl, yes. Ice Hand, the Harpy Channeler, the Leviair the Sea Dragon, Soul Charge, Madolche Pudding Cess, yes. Dark Magician, Madolche Mageline, White Dragon Wyvern Buster, Magispector, Noble Knight, Tour Guide, Fang of Critias, Dragon Spirit of White, Dark Magician Girl, we got both of them, nice, Go-Go Golem, Alistair the Invoker, Wind-Up Carrier, Zaborg the Thunder Monarch, oh, Dark Magician, yes, another Dark Magician, Sinister Shadow Games, the Phantom Knights, Slushy, Metamorphosis, yes, that's a big one, Trap Tricks, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Dimensional Prison, Mask Change, XYZ Universe, come on, Night Beam, Red Eyes Black Dragon, yes, Dragon Spirit of White. That's actually, we got back-to-back dragons, that Gusto. We got the, what is this? Electromite, number 101. Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle, Mermail Abyss Megalo, Royal Decree, number C39, Eclipse Wyvern, and El Shaddai, oh, we're not done, El Shaddai Construct, Graph, and the Quillfort Scout. Whew, that was actually a lot of fun. We actually hit some pretty big ones as well. I went ahead and separated all of the Platinums and QCRs from the Nostalgia side. Now we've got a 50-pack mega pack of the main set. So let's see how we're going to do here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got the Vanquished Soul. I definitely see some shinies. Archfiend, Different Dimension, Extra Hero, Evil Twins, Live Twin, Edge Imp Chain, A Hero Lives, Salomon Great, Raging Phoenix, yes, Vanquished Soul Caesar, Gaga Magician, Atlantean Heavy Infantry, Danger, Tsuchinoko, Live Twin, Lola, yes, actually that's one of the good ones we need. Fiendsmith Engraver, also the Earth Charmer, Miscellaneous Saurus QCR, Vanquished Soul, Astral Kribo, let's go, Gaga Cowboy, Shien's Dojo, Black Metal Dragon, yes, Super Dreadnought, let's go, more QCRs, Lyrilisk, Atlantean Heavy Infantry, keep it coming, Mermail, Ash Blossom, Gaga Cowboy, Gaga Magician, Live Twin Lila, yes, all the Live Twins, Evil Twins, give it to us, Different Dimension Ground, Atlantean Marksman, Automatopoeia, what is this, Amphibious something, I don't know what that is, Different Dimension, we got another Black Metal Dragon, Lyrilisk, Terraforming, Onomatopoeia again, Terraforming again. What are we going to finish with? Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, Secret Password, Erebus, Mermail, Erebus, and the last couple ones, Evil Hero and Atlantean Infantry, Onomatopoeia, and number 106, Giant Hand Platinum Secret Rare. Not as good as the Nostalgia side, but that was a lot of fun. Well, that was a ton of fun going through a 50-pack mega pack of both the Nostalgia side and the main sets. Let's get back into our regular programming here. Oh, well, that was nice. So it actually knocked out a good chunk of our case. We're starting off first pack Magic Photon Thrasher. Let's go. I'll take that one. So that was fun. We actually had some pretty good ones. There were a lot of Platinums. I think all the Live Twin and Evil Twins we needed for Louis. So that was really nice. We've got a Noble Knight, Vanquished Soul, the Ether. I know Louis is going to be very happy. I know K-Dragon's going to be very happy. And we saw that Battle of Chaos version, the Bandai Art Dark Magician. That was actually like kind of like stressful to try and go through that fast enough because like I'm just like trying to see all these names. It's really hard to read them with the Platinums, especially with the QCRs. That one, I still don't remember what it was, something whale, if I remember correctly. I remember exactly the name of it, but I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to get a lot of these names right. So I definitely want to do that again, like if we get another opportunity. We usually do them during the live streams. I think doing the mega packs is pretty fun. I think we got a QCR here, guys. What do we have? It is the number 106 Giant Hand. We actually finished with the main set, Platinum of that, so now we got it as a QCR. Let's keep all the good stuff coming. But yeah, we usually do the mega packs during the live stream. I don't think we did them for Stampede, actually, because I was trying to think about like the best way to go about it, but we figured it out. So the best way to do it is just to do one big mega pack for the main set and one big mega pack for the Nostalgia side, and then just kind of quickly go through the contents in the middle. No Magias, unfortunately, but we did hit the was it Engraver, I think, and then also, shoot, what's its name? The Molcharmi Fulos. So, not bad. Plus a couple of those, like here and there, are pretty good. The Molcharmi, like I said, like 15 to 20 bucks. Ooh, Void Trap Hole QCR. Very nice. I think that's a unique one. I think. So, what do you think, guys? You think we're at the halfway point? I think we opened maybe 50 packs before, and now we're probably somewhere at like that 50-point mark, just based off what we had. Ooh, Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. This is the original QCR, or excuse me, Starlight artwork that we got in, I think, Eternity Code, if I'm not mistaken. But for those of you that are still watching this video at this point, what's been your favorite pull so far? Oh my gosh, all the QCRs. The Door of Destiny. We're hitting all of them now. Of course, when we're not doing the big mega pack, we're hitting all the QCRs at this point. Actually, the nostalgia side did really well. Like, you either get a platinum or a QCR, obviously, and we actually did really well, I think, as far as the amount of QCRs goes. We got the Vanquished Soul, Dr. Madlove. So I was pretty happy with it. I think K-Dragon will be too. I think we've done pretty well so far. What is that? Two alt arts. We hit the what you call it? The oh my god, what is it? The Call by the Grave. I wanted to say the Reinforcements of the Army, but we haven't got that artwork yet. The Call by the Grave, and then the Sky Striker Ace Hayate. So pretty good. Only 2 alternate arts out of however many are actually in this set. I know there's a bunch of them. Ooh, Star Slayer Typhon. I'm sure the collector's rare is probably worth something. I don't think the regular holos are. I think just the big ones. So like Platinum's probably worth a couple bucks. The collector's rare, the ulti, things like that. Necro Valley. I totally forgot that was in this set. Did we hit that for a platinum with Louis? I guess we did, because I think when I went through and sorted everything for him, if I remember correctly, he hit every single platinum from the nostalgia side. And why do I keep saying slide? Tonight is a night. As of right now, we're recording this at 1 a.m. Just because I'm like, this is the only time I could record this. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is the Scram. Scram! But it's actually Scarm. Another Engraver, very good. Another Typhon. But we're recording this kind of late. Honestly, I'm not super tired. But it's that point in the night where I'm just like, words just kind of jumbled together. Got a number 17. I'm a little upset that they printed that one as a QCR. Like, it would have been nice if they kept it as a Astral Rare. But honestly, I don't understand the Astral Rarity. You know, obviously, I think that's something unique to the anime. And I guess it kind of makes sense on why they kept it just to that card. Ooh, speaking of platinums of that guy, we actually finally hit one. We're making a pretty good dent. I'd say we're maybe pushing the 2/3 point. I don't think we've quite done like in the 3/4 quite yet, but we're getting there. And it is the Amphibious Swarm Ship Amblo Whale. Yeah, I was not reading that quickly. not a chance. I was reading that one quickly. Got the Madolche Hoot Cake. It's actually probably one of the cooler arts are out there. The pudding sass, Hoot Cake. The there's another one that's pretty cute as well when it comes to the Madolches. Eclipse Wyvern, the Star Slayer again. I haven't seen. Trying to think. Have we seen the? We haven't. Did we? I think we did see the manga artwork of Red Eyes when we did our big mega pack. Ooh, Black Metal Dragon Ultimate Rare. One of my personal favorites. I have to convince K-Dragon to maybe let me grab that one. Mental and Anguish. That one also looks really nice too as a QCR and like every rarity. That's it is a retrain of an older like oh god, Moon? No, not Moon something. It's an older retrain of a classic fusion monster if I'm not mistaken. Mystical Maiden, maybe? Moon Maiden? Is it Moon Maiden? Is that right? That kind of like rings a bell, but ooh, Molcharmi Fulos. There we go. That's only like copy number 3, I think, of Molcharmis. Maybe? He definitely doesn't feel like you get very many Molcharmis per case, which is kind of crazy. Especially because like it's such a heavily playable card. It's kind of like an Ash Blossom now where you pretty much every deck is using it, so you kind of have to run it. Number S39, Vanquished Soul, Salamangreat, Raging Phoenix. Actually, this is kind of an underwhelming collector's rare. That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping that would have looked better. Maybe the European print one looks a little bit better. You guys are opening some Euro cases. If you have some extras, oh, Dark Burning Attack, that looks nice. If you have some extras, I do have a list of cards that I want. So feel free to reach out to me if you're trying to move some product. I'm trying to, you know, preferably get them all from like one, or most of them from one person if I can. Not a big list. There's only maybe like less than, maybe about 10 total different cards and monsters and other Black Metal Dragon. I'm putting the K-Dragon, by the way, I'm putting all those to the side just to see if you'll let me snag those off of you. They're probably like a couple pennies each. I want to do like a binder page of those secret rares. I'm just a degenerate, and that's why. Low-key, though, I think that's one of the better looking secret rares in this set. You know, that's just my opinion. Obelisk the Tormentor, but we still haven't seen those as a QCR. Mystic Piper Ulti, and we've got the Mystic Piper Platinum secret rare, so kind of back-to-back card in the same pack. But yeah, I haven't seen those. I don't think so, at least. I can't remember if Louis hit any of the gods as QCRs. I know he hit them all as Platinums. I think he hit 2 of them twice, but none of them as QCRs. I feel like I'm kind of like in a weird spot where when it comes to collecting for those, because I have the Winged Dragon of Ra. What do we have? Ooh, Edge Imp Chain. Very nice. I have the Winged Dragon of Ra alternate artwork from Bonanza. But I don't have the others, and so I'm torn on like what I want to do, because obviously I have all the, oh, that's a cool one. That is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I know he's gonna love that one. This is one of my favorite artworks of Blue Eyes, so that's a big one to check off the list. That is for sure. And Louis might end up keeping some of his. You know, I don't know if he's just pretty much set on only doing the Platinum set, but you know, at the end of the day, whatever he wants to do. Trap Dushu, that's a big one. Flash Mage, and all the alternate art of Galaxy Eyes. Galaxy Eyes is one of K-Dragon's favorite monsters, so this is going to be a huge one for him. I'm super pumped for him, man. This artwork looks so cool, too. I wish they did, like, a little bit less shine on him, but it kind of makes sense. You know, his armor, you know, over there actually has some non-hollow on it, so you can still kind of actually make out the monster, where most QCRs you can't. This one actually looks pretty cool. Keeping this train going, for those of you that are still here, what have your snacks been? What have your drinks been? You know, any choice of popcorn, things like that? You know, let me know down below, just so I can go back whenever, obviously, you guys make your comments. I can react to them and respond. So, you know, what drink do you have? You know, any oh, Power Tool Dragon. Yes, I haven't seen this yet as a QCR, so this is really kind of cool. So actually, job well done. You know, they didn't just throw up the Starlight or the QCR rarity on it. Power Tool Dragon actually looks really nice as a QCR. It's the first time I've seen it. I haven't seen it pulled all that often. Asa, Ghost King, he's going to be very jealous because that's pretty much his only card he really wants from the set. So maybe K-Dragon will pull 2 of them and he can actually hook them up. Yeah, we've seen the Platinum, but we haven't seen the actual QCR of that. We haven't seen, I don't think we've, what's another one we haven't seen yet? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. The Zeus. The Zeus is one of the big ones we haven't seen yet. That's my like must-have card. And I hope the price kind of stays where it's at right now. It's around like 40-ish bucks. So I'm going to keep an eye on them over the weekend to see how things kind of trend. And, you know, as long as they don't go like skyrocketing out of nowhere, then we might try and grab them on like this coming Monday. So, ooh, we got the Invoked Mechaba. So that's another nice QCR that I don't think is a dupe. Ash Blossom Ultimate Rare. Very nice. I'm sure that's probably like 20 bucks or something like that. Because it's Ash Blossom. It's the free of the feet pick one. So, oh yes, Red Eyes Black Dragon. This is the newest artwork of it in a QCR, so this will be on my must-have list, but we actually pulled it today. This is huge. Love this artwork, and we actually managed to pull a Fiendsmith in the same pack of it. It's kind of funny. So we've hit the Dark Magician so far on the channel. We've hit the Red Eyes. We've hit the DMG at this point. So it's been a great span of openings, that's for sure. We pulled pretty much all the good stuff except for the Zeus. I hope the Zeus is inside of this case because I really want to see it in person. I didn't get a chance to see it when we opened up the Quarter Century Art Collection for Japan. So hopefully we can get to see that one today. Brilliant Fusion is nice, coming back off the ban list pretty much. So welcome back. And come on, Zeus. That's going to be our big chase now. Zeus or another DMG. That would be a big one. I wouldn't mind seeing another DMG. I'm sure K-Dragon wouldn't either because she is the most expensive Platinum or QCR in the set. I think right now she was over 100. She was at one point like 150 bucks. She was up there pretty high. She was at like 90, I think. That's I think a duplicate of that one. From what I remember from Leo's, I was going to say Chio and Louis' name in the same time. Louis' case, most of his Platinums, anytime there were dupes, it was only 2 of. Like I can't remember if there were any 3 of dupes. We got a CR and an Ulti in the same pack with that one. Yeah, I can't remember if there were any more than 2 dupes in any case so far, especially like even when we did the Bonanza set. I think Bonanza, what do we have back here? It is the Onomatopoeia Platinum Secret Rare. When we open up that one, I think it was kind of the same thing. At least they do it where you're not not getting a ton of dupes, unless you're just really unlucky. I think Asa, Ghost King TCG. Oh, and Mulcharmy Full Lotus Collector's rare. Very nice. I think he got pretty unlucky with his case. I think he had a lot of dupes for QCRs. Sorry, bro. It's just, that's how it happens sometimes. But, alright, I think we're probably safe to say like 3/4 in. Wind Up, Carrier, Zen Mighty, very nice. QCR, so keeping them coming. I think that's another unique one. I don't think we had that one before. Yeah, I think we're about 3/4 of the way through. Again, I'm going to try my best to get this video under an hour. Oh, Royal Decree, let's go! That's actually really cool. They did a great job with this one, where the people are hollow foiled. The actual castle is not. Oh, man. So, job well done to Konami and a lot of these QCRs. I'm glad they actually focused on the artwork of some of them. There's still a few that I wish they did a bit better of a job on, like, their selectiveness on what they actually hollow foiled, because some of them just kind of suck. But for the most part, they've actually done a pretty good job. They really have. Kudos to them. Big one I got to get is that Dark Magician, though. That is my favorite. Red Eye, they got the Red Eye. And the Red Eyes is what I was going to say. The Red Eyes, the Dark Magician, the El Shaddai Construct is what I was trying to say, but I had the thought of Red Eyes in my brain as well. And my brain, my ADHD brain's like, you got to say Red Eyes now. But oh no, also the El Shaddai. Got the Cyber Dragon Core. This one actually looks really nice as a ultimate rare. So shout out to Josh. I know he likes seeing any of the Cyber Dragon stuff. So as of recording, we're at an hour's mark in. I don't know what this is going to make it out to be for actual footage time, but if you guys are here at this moment, let me know your favorite card that we pulled so far. We've got the Evil Twins, Physical, and Lila Platinum Secret Rare. Yeah, let me know what your favorite card we pulled up so far is. Was it some card from the big mega packs? Was it one of the singular cards we pulled? Spellbook, Magician of Prophecy, very good. Miscellaneous Source, Trap Trick Sarah. Plenty of cards to pull from. My favorite one we pulled so far is probably the Bandai Art Dark Magician. Next closest would be that Red Eyes, that newer version of Red Eyes. Actually, the newest version of Red Eyes, because, man, that card just looks so nice. Like, the artwork itself could be better, I'm not going to lie, but I like the hollow foil on it. I think that's the reason I like that one so much. Got a Fairy Tale, Goatee, Archfiend, and Archfiend Eccentric. So, like, what has been your favorite artwork of Red Eyes? Is it the classic LOB artwork? Is it, the Jump promo one, the PCJ / Jump? There's so many options to choose from. It's kind of nice to kind of see more of my slabs. That means that we're getting down, closer towards the end of the case. I know we still got a long ways to go. Oh, Fang of Critias. I know for sure we did not pull any of these. I don't think so, at least. Any of the Fang of Critias, the Claw of Eremos, or the Eye of Timaeus. I don't think any of those came up other than Platinums in Louis' case, so that's a big one. So at least I'm glad that there's not going to be a ton of overlap when it comes to the two of them. That way they can, again, I've said it before during this opening, I want them both to be able to complete their sets. So opening up 2 cases should get you just about everything, as far as the Platinum goes. The QCRs, not so much, but the Platinums, it should get you just about everything you might want. Because there's 288 packs per case. I think there's, just shy of 200 Platinums. And you don't always get duplicates. It's pretty rare when you get them. So you got pretty good odds to finish off an entire set. Oh, I see it. Dragon Master Magia. This is, I think, number 2 or 3. I can't remember. I know we pulled the Platinum. I can't remember if we actually pulled an Ulti or a Collector's Rare yet. So another Dragon Master Magia. K-Dragon's going to be so happy. He's going to be so happy. Yes, that's so good. I don't know if he's going to keep them. He might keep the Platinum. I don't know if he's going to keep the Collector's Rares and stuff as well. But that's big. That is one of the most expensive cards in the set that trumps a lot of the other QCRs. So, huge congrats, bro. This has been a great case so far. I thought Louis had a great case. What is this one? Wind Witch, the Ice Bell. Okay, that's, not my cup of tea as far as collectability goes. But, or Wind Witch, I think it's Wind Witch. I didn't actually read it too much to see how it was spelled. But anyway. Oh, Dark Magician. This is the Bandai art. This is my personal favorite. That's just the Platinum, though. That's not another QCR. It'd be kind of cool if you pulled 2 QCRs of that one. For his sake, no, but for my sake, yes. So I could buy one off of him. Now, we want to see as very, very few dupes as possible. Daigusto Emerald. That is another unique one. I don't think Louis pulled that one from his case. So, I think from Louis' case, there was only one dupe. It was Gozen Match, if I'm not mistaken. And that's pretty big. To open up 288 packs with all the odds of potentially getting a lot of duplicates, that was actually really nice. Ooh, Mystic Piper. I've actually heard that this one could potentially be going up. I'm not entirely sure though. I know it was pretty pricey. I forget what set it came from originally. We got the Scram, another Ash Blossom, very nice. Add that to our playable pile, and a Mermail Abyss Spike. But I can't remember what set it was. Is it Extreme Victory? I think it's Extreme Victory. It's in the Nostalgia slot, so, or no, that was in the last slot. What was that? I mean, that doesn't really matter all that much because they've done that. Ooh, Memento and Anguish. Gotta take a second just to admire her. She actually looks pretty nice. I'm gonna put her to the side. You know, K-Dragon will hit you up, bro. That's just what we do. Alright, next pack. Come on, next pack of packs. We got a Slifer the Sky Dragon. I've seen, I think, all the gods at this point now. And the Live Twin Kiss-a-Kill. So I think this is also another non-dupe, so we're making really good progress. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm glad I can help you guys out. Again, huge shout out to K-Dragon and Louie for sending their stuff over to me, for me to open for them. Never something I'll go out of my way to ask somebody to do it. So those of you that over the years have offered me to open up your product, it means a lot. It means you guys trust me. You know, that means that, you know, I've got some fire hands. We pulled some really good cards. We've pulled some insane stuff, especially for Andrew. Big shout out to Andrew. The last couple years have been insane for you dudes, so we're hopefully going to continue that one. Got a Kill Fort Scout. We've seen that one before as a platinum, so that's one of our dupes for sure. Alrighty. We're slowly trickling down on the packs here. I can see more and more and more of my slabs. Another Gothams, that is another dupe. I think we got a QCR. Nope, it's a Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. Okay, where is... What haven't we seen yet? I'm trying to think. I think we've seen all the Red Eyes. I think we're missing one Dark Magician artwork and a platinum. I'm trying to think of which one it is, though. Maybe not, because when we did those mega packs, that kind of messed up like my memory a little bit, because everything was kind of just a blur. It went by so fast. I know that's our number 2 of number 17, so we have seen 2 of them at least at this point. So we're starting to see some dupes, but that's, you know, again, to be expected. You're gonna get a couple dupes. It is what it is. Evils are Lagia. As long as you're not getting like 5 duplicates of the same card, I think that's what matters most when it comes to this stuff. Just makes things nice when you're opening up one case and don't have to buy a bunch of stuff, except for Trap Dust Shoot. Trap Dust Shoot, that's a good one to get a couple duplicates of. Crimson Dragon Ultimate Rare, very nice, and a Ghost Over in Snow Rabbit. I decided to condense our stacks a little bit. Looks a little bit better. At least now I'm only pulling from 4 piles versus 8. Or I think it was 8 piles. Ooh, Fire Formation Tenki. That's actually is pretty nice. I really need to pick up one of those in an Ultimate Rare. I think that card looks pretty sweet. Oh, Cyber Dragon Infinity. That's another nice one as a collector's rare. Put that one to the side. Check that one out later. All right, let's see what else we can do. We've got maybe 2-ish booster boxes. We got a Wind-Up Magician QCR. I think that is another non-dupe. We got 2-ish boxes, give or take, left. I feel like we made actually some pretty good timing. My goal is to get this video under an hour. Oh my god, 3 back-to-back-to-back QCRs. That's crazy. I mean, obviously this is all... Ooh, that looks kind of nice. Check him out later as well. Like, you know, a lot of these, I'm not necessarily going to be like trying to buy them. I just want to take a look at them. That's the one nice thing with open up cases for other people. You know, you get to kind of get a preview of what cards look like. Mermail Abyss Megalo. Big Welcome Labyrinth. That's a pretty big pro. Like, for example, the Magia. I probably would never buy it specifically, but I've been able to say that I've seen all the rarities of it now at this point. The Platinum, the QCR, the Ulti. I haven't seen not the QCR, the Platinum, the Collector's Rare, and the Ulti. I was going to say, I have not seen the QCR, unfortunately. That's one that has not come across my collection buying journey over the last couple months, years, and give or take. However long it's been out, Battle of Legend, Terminal Revenge. I forget what the release date was for that set. I don't feel like it's been that long, though. Maybe 6 to 8 months ago? When did Terminal Revenge come out? Has it been? Man, has it been almost a year? Dark Magician. I think this is actually one of the missing Platinum Rares. So that's good. I think we've actually hit all the Platinums at this point now. I hope that we can at least check off, like, 10 to 20 of the Platinum Rares that Louis needed for his Complete Master set. I do know for a fact, wow, that one's like super off-centered, and a Mystic Piper. I do know that there hasn't been a ton of overlap for the QCRs, so that's good. You know, there's a lot of unique ones that K-Dragon has pulled, so that means that Louis can help him out with the ones that are missing. So good luck, though, K-Dragon. This is going to be a very expensive set. Definitely not as bad as Bonanza. What do we have back here? It is the Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. I really, really like these Monarchs. I think that they're some of the cooler cards. I like that they actually gave a full treatment to all of them, except for Grand Marg. Grand Marg got shafted. You know, it's not the most playable Monarch, but it is kind of weird, I'm not going to lie. They literally did every single Monarch except for that one. So make that make sense, Konami. Why? What was your decision there? Number S39, that is number 2 of that one as well. Well, it's our first playable card, our first like meta hand trap card in a minute. We haven't seen, it's been a minute since we've seen a Molcharmy. Ash Blossom was the last one. I feel like that was probably like 40 to 50 packs ago. Maybe not, but it's been a while. It has definitely been a while. Different Dimension Ground. Chamber Dragon Maid. You know, honestly, when I was thinking about opening up this case and doing a video of it versus a live stream, I was kind of worried. I'm just like, how am I going to entertain myself? Ooh, we got 7th Ascension as a Quarter Century Secret Rare. But I'm actually been having some fun. Because I was like, you know, I'm going to be sitting down for over an hour, you know, between preparing for the opening, you know, opening up all the boxes, getting the packs ready, doing the mega pack and stuff. I'm like, I'm going to be sitting here for pretty much an hour straight. So I knew I was going to get a little bit tired, but honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. And we've almost made it. We're almost to the end. So thank you for everybody that watched this video. Hopefully this is a good example of what you'll typically see for the Quarter Century Stampede set for a case opening. Oh, Lightning Storm. Yes. Oh, this looks so nice. This is one that's going to be on I'm for sure going to have to buy a list. That's just so cool. This is Chimeratech Rampaging Dragon, I think is the name of it. Man, we're hitting some pretty nice alternate arts. I'm glad that we're at least seeing those. I want to say Louis pulled that one, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. So, you know, congratulations to both of them. Louis might keep that one. I'm not really sure. Again, I'm not sure what he's going to do with any of all of his QCRs. I think at the moment he's probably just focusing on the Platinums and then, you know, a few things here and there. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't think we've seen the Blue Eyes Lightning Chicken yet. The blue chicken. I don't think we have. All right, home stretch, guys. We are making it through this. Again, like I just said before, big shout out to all of you that have sat through this case opening. Hopefully it's been awesome for you. We've got the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon. Want to see the Zeus. The Zeus is one that I have not seen yet across all the openings we've done. Dark Magician, the Dark Side of Dimensions artwork is a Platinum Secret Rare. Where is the Zeus? Come on, he's got to be here somewhere. These last couple packs, I think we've seen 4 alt arts at this point now. We got the Dolce, Black Rose, number 11, Crystron, and Fiend Smith Desiree. That's got to be money. All the Fiend Smith stuff has got to be like pretty decent money. Oh, there's a weird line going down the middle of it. Can you guys see that? Kind of like, it's not like a bend, just like kind of like a weird print line. All right, now I'd say probably about 2 booster boxes left. Maybe a little less. Maybe like a booster box and 3/4 or something. So we've almost made it. Almost made it. We still haven't seen the Zeus. We haven't seen the new DMG as a QCR yet. I think we've seen 2 of her in Platinum Secret. So that's not too bad. And I know that's one that I've got on my want list. So I have to pick that one up at some point. Thankfully, I think it's only been, I think it's like maybe $5. Maybe. It could be a little bit more. So I'm very glad that the Platinums aren't very expensive. Just because it's not my favorite rarity. Some cards it looks really nice on. I think the Buster Blader. I was thinking of Jinzo as well. Jinzo looks really nice as a Platinum, but that's not in this set. But Buster Blader looks really, really nice as a Platinum Secret Rare. And honestly, I do think the DMG does as well. The hollow foiling pattern just kind of fits her artwork style. Ooh, Dark Burning Attack. Yeah, speaking of DMG, she was listening. She was like, you know, I'm gonna pop up. It's not gonna be the one card that you were wanting, but it will be something that you're after. So that's not too bad. I will take seeing that one. The Dark Burning Attack, yeah. And another Sage with Eyes of Blue. That's okay, because that's still a couple bucks. You know, all the Blue Eyes players are just eating good right now. Like, I can only imagine, you know, a couple weeks into release of this set, everybody going into their locals with their new blinged out Blue Eyes decks. Everybody's going to have the new either Platinums or QCRs, rarity upgrades. So it's going to be a fun time at locals seeing all this good stuff. That is extremely off-center. That's the quality control of this set hasn't been the best, to say the least. You know, these packs, the way they rip and the way they open has been a little bit annoying, but I think the overall just like damaged corners, weird print lines, chipped edges. Like my very first opening I did, I pulled that the Erebus, the Monarch guy, and the Collector's Rare had a nick taken out the top edge. This actually is like one of my favorite Ultimate Rares. Check that out. That is so cool. Oh, and an Ash Blossom right behind her. So that's a pretty good pack. Pretty good pack, if I do say so. I do wish they printed Magician's Valkyria in here. I think that would have been nice. But, ooh, another Molcharmy. Very good. And a Goatee of the Deep Beyond. Such a weird choice. I think this is the only Goatee card in the set. I don't really care for the archetype. So weird choice for them to give them just one. Maybe it's good it's like a water aqua type, so it works well maybe somehow with the I was just about to say, like, this card will be one of them, the World Dragon Zealantis and the Mermails. I think the Mermails have been kind of popular here lately, something like that. Okay, we're on the home stretch. We've got to be at a booster box left now. So again, I'm going to try my best to keep this video under an hour, but if it goes over an hour, I apologize. I hope you guys enjoy it. Oh, Ash Blossom, yes. That is a big one because this has got to be, I think this is top 3 of the most expensive in this set. So that is a huge one. Finally, we can actually say that we're getting some of the really big pulls for him. So this will help him a lot to not have to spend as much money to complete the set. Obviously, it's still going to be pricey trying to pick up all of these QCRs, but not, it could be a lot worse. So the only thing we'd need to see, I think, would be like the Blue Eyes, the DMG. I think those are the most expensive. DMG again. Literally, as I'm speaking of her, she shows up. She's like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm here. Yeah, the DMG, I think the Blue Eyes, the Arcana Dark Magician, I think is up there as well. I have to have that one. That is a must. That is kind of interesting. I'll take a look at that one later on as well. And that one's up there. Dark Magician Girl, obviously. What else when I will last look? I think the Zeus actually is one that kind of surprised me a little bit. That one's sitting at like 45, give or take, something like that. Which I hope it stays there. That's one I really want. I think that's probably one of the cooler alternate artworks that they've ever done. So, very, very nice job, Konami. Keep giving us the alternate artworks. I wish they would deliver it in a different fashion. I think one of the coolest things they did was in the Megatins, where it had the misprints with the prismatic secrets, and then you could get them as the regular secret rares, which I think was one of the coolest things they did. I know it wasn't intentional. Obviously, it wasn't meant to come out. Who knows? Maybe Konami did that on purpose to try and get some hype going around for the tins, because it certainly helped. Because other than that, the tins weren't that great overall. You know, the tins the last couple of years have been kind of overshadowed by rarity collection sets, which makes sense. They're just better overall. And we've got the Live Twin at Kiss to Kill, so if we didn't already have one, we definitely have it now. That's good for Louis' sake. Again, I don't think he actually managed to pull any of those from his case. They're still weird. Just a strange one not to hit. And, oh, that's huge. This is one of the other really big ones. Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. This is the alternate artwork. This one's so kind of like creepy. We've got like all of her sisters that are kind of just like ghosty figures are passed out beside her. Man, K-Dragon, you are making out big right now, dude. So these last couple packs, maybe the Zeus is going to be in here, guys. We hit the Ash Blossom. We hit the Lady, oh my God, Lady Labyrinth. I want to say like lovely Lady Labyrinth, like all in like one stream of words in a sentence, and that just does not want to roll up the tongue as well. Come on, Zeus. Ooh, Dark Magician. Very nice. Onomatopoeia, and it is the Asa, the Earth Charmer Immovable. I know that's a dupe as well. I'm trying to remember, like, specifically, like, the dupes. I know that is for sure one of them. Invocation, Platinum Secret Rare. I've got the Splash Mage. Clearwing, Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Alright. This is for sure the home stretch this time. I said the home stretch probably like 70 packs ago, another of our God cards, but this time just as the Platinum Secret Rare. We still have yet to see them as a QCR. I think we're down to less than a booster box left now. So, by the way, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed this huge case opening video. Hopefully you guys are having some fun. Make sure you guys like the video, comment down below. All that stuff matters. All the engagements matters. So, keep pushing the channel. Gigant. Gear Gigant X. Wow, that one really stumped me. Try reading that one fast. That one will really mess you up. Last few packs, guys. About like 20-ish maybe. About a booster box worth. We're almost there. We got the No Punk ZM, one of my... I just want to rip that card whenever I see it. Like, the fact that made it into the nostalgia slot is ridiculous. Like, I feel like Konami... Ooh, Formula Synchron QCR. I feel like Konami, when they opened up the opportunity to vote for your requested QCRs, or to make it in the nostalgia slot, they just didn't listen. They didn't like pay attention. They're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll put an Opunk ZM in there. Like, that makes sense. It's a nostalgia card. It literally came out like 4 years ago. That is not nostalgia. Petite Moth, that's our first one actually, as a platinum. And we got something back here. It is the Vanquished Soul Caesar Valius. This is one of my favorites. This is going to be on my must list. I love this guy. He's one of the cooler cards. I remember when he came out in Valiant Smashers, maybe? Or no, it was Wild Survivors. Wild Survivors, I don't like all of the Vanquish Soul cards, but I do think that's one of the cooler ones. And we've got the Gaga Cowboy, another card for him to knock off the list. I don't think we've seen any dupe QCRs, which has been great. I'm glad it's working out this way for K-Dragon's case. You know, there's been some crossover between the two. Obviously, they both hit the, if you guys watched the live stream, they both hit the Ash Blossom. They both hit the lovely lady of the Silver Castle. So that's one. And then just, you know, the recent one, Gaga Cowboy. I think Louis hit the Access Code Talker, whereas K-Dragon has hit the Call by the Grave. Skull Servant, very nice. Actually, was it Skull Servant we hit? I think Skull Servant we hit as a QCR. Louis did not get that in his case. So, aha. Which is good for K-Dragon because, you know, it's one less he has to actually try and buy. Orbital 7, Black Metal Dragon. We got a Fiend Smith. About time. It's been a minute. We go probably like 20 packs or so without seeing any of the Fiend Smith, the Mulcharmies, Ash Blossoms. You know, I know we pulled the QCR of the Ash Blossom. Metamorphosis, very good one. I wonder where that one's going to settle. Especially for like the QCRs of that and Trap Dust Shoot. I bet those are going to be... Those are probably going to be some of the more expensive ones in the set if I had to guess. Just because they're the next best... Like, they are technically highest rarity. But not everybody's going to want to buy them because most people that do high rarity, they want to do high rarity for the era, if that makes sense. We've got a QCR here, another Ash Blossom, very good. And it is the Drytron Nova QCR. That is a unique one for the case. No dupe so far. I will take it. But like I was saying, most people want to do high rarity for that era, so they might not want to do the modern version QCR. They might want to stick to something else, like the Champions Pack Super, which is like $500. So... That's their own degenerate choice. Couldn't be me. That could definitely not be me. Not if I'm playing with the card. We got a Black Metal Dragon. Ooh, very nice. I wonder if I can snipe that one from K-Dragon. I know Louis actually already pulled one, so he doesn't need it. But we'll see. Got a Karma Cut, Mermail, Black Metal Dragon, Live Twin, and the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. That is a duplicate. I think we've maybe seen like 3 of some cards at this point now. Let's get into it at least. Delinquent Duo, that's our first time seeing that one. Let's go. That's a big one to get. And a big welcome Labyrinth. There's another QCR. A big welcome to this one because that is another non-dupe. We are almost done. We are down to the last few packs. We haven't seen the Zeus yet. Again, thank you everybody that has stayed and watched this video all the way through. Molcharmy Fuelos, very nice. It's been fun. It's been real. But I'll be honest, I'm actually pretty hungry at this point. We've been recording for about an hour and a half now. Hopefully this video makes it under an hour. I don't know if it will. It might be like just over an hour between me blabbering and stuff and just talking about things. You know, when you've got an hour and a half to yourself, when you're opening packs, you kind of have to just talk. Oh, another Black Metal Dragon. You kind of just got to talk and get the stuff out. So that way, it'll keep things fun, keep things entertaining. Plus, I got to entertain you guys as well. At the end of the day, that's why I make content. Another of our God cards, still no QCR of them, still just strictly only the Platinums. So, not looking good for those. It's kind of weird. I wasn't expecting those to be like so kind of strangely hard to pull. We've got the Groth, there is the QCR of that guy. Another Ash Blossom, keep it coming. So we're getting some of the good stuff. I do wonder, like, obviously I know K-Dragon's going to keep any of the QCRs. I wonder how much return he's going to get from selling off like the Platinums, all of the Mulcharmies, the Ash Blossoms, all that stuff. Now, Stampede's an expensive set. Most cases were about $1,000. So, a lot of money to make back, that's for sure. Oh, we got the Orbital 7. I know that is a unique one as well. So, no dupe so far for our QCRs. We're down to maybe, what is that? Like 15, 12 or so packs, give or take. Almost there, guys. Got the Slushy Platinum. Crystron, Quan, Secret Password, and another Typhon. Let's go ahead and just move these together. Condense our pile a bit more. We're down to less than half a booster box, guys. We've almost made it. We got the Diamond Direwolf, Esper Girl, number 106. Let me know your favorite card from this set. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we could typically like kind of go through and vote on. What has been your favorite card that you've seen? Come on, QCR, big one. And it is the Dragon Maid Tidying. I don't believe that this has any alternate artworks or anything, but I do know that that is a big one. So not bad. Not too bad. Any of the Dragon Maid stuff has been pretty popular, especially now Chamber Dragon Maid's in here. Dolce Hoot Cake, GM's Dojo. We got, oh, back-to-back QCRs, or CRs, excuse me, and one of them being an Ash Blossom, so that's pretty big. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Where's our Zeus? No Zeus yet. We're still staying hopeful for it. Live Twin. Come on, Zeus. Nope, it's a Black Rose Platinum Secret Rare. Very nice. Wonder, I can't remember if Asa pulled that one. I know he probably wants Black Rose and the Power Tool Dragon. This is almost, thought that was a QCR for a second. Come on, what do we got? World Dragon. Last few packs, guys. No Zeus yet. We pulled 2 different Magias, so it seems like you get about 1 to 2 Magias per case, give or take, which is kind of crazy, you know, for how they're making it that rare of a card to pull. I don't really agree with it. I think that's kind of silly, but, you know, especially for it being a playable card too. But at the same time, it's meant to be kind of like a little bit of a collector's piece. Drak, this is Meteor, Drak Meteor. I almost want to say Medion, but that wouldn't make any sense. But the QCRs are so dang hard to read. I can't wait for Starlights to come back so you can actually read the cards again. Formapow, last few packs. Come on, where's our Zeus? That's the one that I want to see so bad. Don't make me have to go buy it and be the first time I see it. We're opening nearly 3 cases worth of product. We haven't pulled one yet or seen one. We got a Spellbook of Secrets. Home stretch, guys. Last couple packs. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you guys enjoyed this mega case opening, this has been a lot of fun, but we're almost done. Dark Burning Magic. We got something back here. We got a Molcharmy. A Hero Lives, and is it Zeus? Ah, you troll! I saw the XZ Mermail Abyss Gaios. Dang it, I thought that was it. It was close. We were so close. We were like right there. All right, we've got what, like 3 packs after this one? This is crazy. We're almost there. Phantom Knights. We got the Ambler Whale, Shien's Dojo, Dark Magicians. 3 more packs, guys. Here we go. Let's see how this case is going to finish up. I think it's been an absolute phenomenal case. Hey, Dragon, there's nothing to be upset with. You have pulled some amazing cards, so congratulations, bro. Love you. Thank you for letting me open up this case. You are amazing. As always, we got a Evil Swarm Ophion. We got another Fiend Smith. And our very last pack, let's slow roll the last one. We'll move the Nostalgia card to the last spot just to keep it fun, keep it spicy. Alrighty, last pack, guys. Let's see what we got. Got the Destructive Daruma Cannon. Lunalight Perfume, Crystron Phoenix. Yes, we finished off with a QCR, the Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and another one. And, oh, thank God, I thought it was DD Wave High King Caesar. So, I mean, I can't complain about ending on a QCR. So, I'm not going to go through a recap of all the QCRs. You guys have obviously watched the video. You guys saw everything we pulled. It has been a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this pretty mega long video. It's been a ton of fun, especially doing the mega packs. So let me know your final thoughts down below on Stampede. We've got some more stuff coming. Obviously, this is a hot set, so we're going to open as much of this as we possibly can. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining as a channel member to support the channel even further, get some free packs, have some fun. So that's all I got for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. I do have to give a massive shout out to our channel members, Sargoni YT, K-Dragon, Mark Donnelly, Cody Slater, Josh Evans, Michael P. Sutton, Lazy Dane, Evan Rudolph, Allison Snell, Will Breaks TCG, Ram22, Roland Pryor, Austin and Kayla, Ghost King TCG, Derek Williams, King Louie, Tonefo Show, Battle Phase, Opening Act, All for Chaos, James Roche, Chio, and Rip Pax TV. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I do hope you have a nice day. Hope you have a nice night. I will see you guys in the next one. This is CardBreaker. I'm out.